Paul Scholes, the quiet genius of Old Trafford. The story of Paul Scholes begins in the quiet streets of Salford, in Greater Manchester, where the red and white of Manchester United seemed to paint the skies and pavements as clearly as the clouds above. Born in 1974 into a family that lived and breathed football, Paul's earliest memories were not of toys or school, but of balls bouncing against walls, of the rhythmic thud of a strike, of friends and brothers challenging him in endless games on concrete and grass. Paul was a boy of curiosity and intensity. He was smaller than some of his peers and quieter, but he possessed a mind that moved faster than most, capable of seeing patterns on a football pitch before they had even formed. While others chased the ball with raw energy, Paul studied it, measured it, understood it. This patience, this attention to detail, would later define him as one of football's most intelligent midfielders. His father, a hard-working man devoted to his family, recognized the spark in Paul early on. He encouraged him, drove him to training sessions, and instilled in him a sense of discipline that would become crucial in his development. Football was not just a game. It was a craft, and Paul was learning it meticulously. Hours were spent perfecting passes, testing the weight of each touch, and learning to anticipate movements of players before they even occurred. When Paul joined Manchester United's youth academy, he found himself among a cohort of extraordinary young talents, what would later be celebrated as the class of '92. Alongside Ryan Giggs, Nicky Butt, and the Neville brothers, Paul formed bonds that were as enduring as they were profound. Each training session, each match, was a learning ground, a stage for experimentation and growth. The academy was demanding, rigorous, and exacting, but Paul thrived. His quiet determination, intelligence, and technical ability allowed him to stand out, not through flamboyance, but through brilliance that revealed itself subtly, yet unmistakably. In 1993, Paul made his first team debut for Manchester United, stepping onto the Old Trafford pitch with a calm intensity that seemed almost unshakable. He was small in stature, but large in presence. From the outset, it was clear that Scholes would become a cornerstone of the midfield, a player whose decisions, passes, and vision could change the course of a game with a single touch. Scholes' playing style was remarkable in its simplicity and effectiveness. He could dictate the tempo of a match, control the rhythm, and execute passes that left spectators in awe. Long-range strikes, curling balls over defenders, or subtle one-touch passes. He possessed the full spectrum of midfield mastery. His signature was not just the occasional spectacular goal, but the way he made the complex appear effortless. The late 1990s brought triumphs that would etch Scholes into footballing history. The treble-winning season of 1998 to 1999 was a showcase of his intelligence and composure. Whether orchestrating attacks in midfield, breaking up opposition play, or finding a teammate with a perfectly weighted pass, Scholes was the quiet engine driving Manchester United to glory. His partnership with Roy Keane and David Beckham created a balance of energy, precision, and vision that few teams could match. One of his most celebrated moments came in the 2001 FA Cup, where a stunning long-range strike against Liverpool bent with precision and power, leaving the goalkeeper frozen, the crowd erupting, and commentators struggling to find words. Yet for Paul, it was just another expression of the skill he had cultivated for years, honed through hours of practice, analysis, and dedication. Throughout his career, Paul's loyalty to Manchester United never wavered. He played over 700 games for the club, becoming a symbol of consistency, professionalism, and quiet determination. Despite his modest demeanor, his influence on the pitch was immense. Teammates relied on his intelligence, opponents feared his vision, and fans admired the understated brilliance that seemed to flow naturally from him. Beyond the statistics and accolades, Paul Scholes was a mentor to younger players, guiding them with patience and insight. His understanding of the game, coupled with his humility, made him a model professional. Players looked to him not just for guidance, but as an example of how mastery could be achieved through dedication, intelligence, and self-discipline. As the years passed, Paul adapted his style, moving from a youthful, energetic midfielder to a composed, strategic presence in the center of the park. He remained central to Manchester United's dominance, contributing not only through skill, but through his ability to read the game, anticipate danger, and create opportunities for his teammates. When he retired in 2011, Scholes left behind more than just trophies and accolades. He left a legacy of intelligence, loyalty, and brilliance. He remained an inspiration to fans, a teacher to younger players, and a symbol of what it meant to combine skill with thought, passion with understanding, and talent with dedication. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, imagine Paul Scholes on the pitch at Old Trafford. The stadium is quiet, yet filled with memories, the echo of past triumphs, the shimmer of floodlights on freshly cut grass. Picture him scanning the field, poised, calm, every pass and movement deliberate, every touch perfect. Hear the faint sound of the ball rolling, the subtle shuffle of his feet, the quiet confidence that guided him through decades of footballing excellence. Let the rhythm of his play lull you into peace. His story is one of patience, quiet brilliance, and the enduring power of dedication. As you close your eyes, envision the magic of Scholes' vision, the beauty of his passing, and the calm mastery that made him one of the greatest midfielders in the history of Manchester United. And so, the quiet genius rests now in memory, his career a lullaby of intelligence, loyalty, and timeless brilliance, a story to carry you gently into the world of dreams.